It's the Caitlin MTG Show.
Find my edge. Passed a lot of libraries today. Ideally, we'd go into black-red aggro from here. Hey, Maxwell, thanks for 14 months. What is up, you crazy kids? Just living the good life. Turn 1 mana crypt, Darkstar Augur. Solitude's good. I kind of want to take the Psychic Frog. So I'm going to do that. Note that Frog and Shielded will play well with draw 7s. I'm gonna grab that Mystical Tutor because we see one of those draw 7s, Psychic Frog is even a discard outlet for Echo. Oh yeah, Fluffy Face. I've done well in some limited tournaments. GP top 8. Alright, maybe it's limited tournament. I've won some like limited RCQs and the like though. And some nice undefeated stretches. Got a Sealed Energy and Grand Prix Day 1. Think about Mastermind versus this Harvester. I really enjoyed Harvester in my last time I played it, and I'm just going to include it here. Gush is kind of sick with Frog. I think I'm going to take Gush. It could also gain you a lot of life the turn you tap out for Shieldred. Is 2-factor authentication going to impact trading with bots? It already would if it was going to Maxwell. I think it's like annoying for people with large bot chains because they have to go through and add 2-factor authentication to all of them. But I don't think it like hurt them or anything. To make a Magic Online account, you need to attach it to an email address. And I'm sure people that have like the large bot chains didn't just like throw those email addresses away, right? Let's grab this Triome, A little bit of dual mana action. Made this Gush look a little better. Yeah, this is the draw 7 waiting room. Some people like the Saheeli card. I'm not super high on it. It could be okay here, though. We got like a couple free spells. Something potentially worth down-ticking on. The Zayoth Triome makes green, so like potentially there's like a fast spawn deck somewhere. Is the only thing. Is like, am I more likely to play the Saheeli or am I more likely to play Corsair? Fastmount Gush is pretty sweet. I just don't play Saheeli very often. Blue-red artifacts. I don't see blue-red artifacts very often. Usually they're blue-white. They cut like all the Goblin Welder stuff. So you're just like not red that often when you're jamming the artifact things. Sword of the Meek. I have not really loved Sword of the Meek. Thopter Sword. It's just like a random 2-card combo thrown into a deck. I like it a lot better if Thopter Foundry has other things to do. If it can be a real card, right? If you're in artifacts. Not an island for Gush, but still a good card, LED would pair really well with Echo. Yeah, Frog's fucked up, Lord of AM. Frog is fucked up. People are playing it in Modern right now. I feel like people are underplaying it currently. Like, there's just like Tempo Shell with Murktide. On Legacy, I found a few different homes. A Merfolk deck splashing black for Frog and Bowmasters. Amazing. I don't think I'm going to finish my last brat, folks. I think I'm full. Isn't that crazy? Throwing away perfectly good food. I think I'm just grabbing Narset here. I want the Xander's Launch. We have too many fucking comes to play tap lands, though, don't we? but it's an actual duel for Gush. I'd like Grief more if I had a random Animate Dead or Reanimate. But, like, we might grab those things later, so it's possible Grief's the pick over Narset. I'm going to take the Narset, though. Ooh. I'm going to take the One Ring here with my Shieldred Hum. Delta, it's so painful to pass this Delta, but... Mana Link versus Mind Twist. I think I'm just twisting Hum. This Mana Crypt. Mana Link would give me something else to do early on, though, which I'm a little light on. Yeah, fuck it, give me the leak. Is Spelljacker kind of cracked? If you have 5 mana to hold up, then yeah, it's really good. Lost playing for top 8 Sanity Well. I think it's not really something you can play around that often, Cybertron. I think Spellcracker is still great. The issue is that, you know, it still costs 5 mana. You can only fit so many Nutter Butter top end cards in. And we're still trying to find draw 7s in here. Suppose. I like those removal spells too. These fucking comes to play tap lands, Oh, Lorian's kind of sick. At least I can use Mana Crypt mana for this. Be a beautiful Force Will deck. We did not make the second draft. The stream has been retitled. If you look at the top left corner here, it says I'm just doing a regular league. Our pack 1 pick 1 here was Mana Crypt, and then we second picked a Shieldred. I'm normally very high on Otawara, but now if I'm trying to play Gush, I'm just going to grab a Subtlety. There's yet another tapped Underground Sea I could pick up. I'm going to take Master of Death. I kind of like it with the Psychic Frog. Maybe Go is the option just because it's something to play off Mana Crypt. Maybe Jar Sweet. Not surprised someone grabbed it. I could see a world where I play this Cryptic Command. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, JC, Triple I. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for the 34 months. Yeah, this is a very good hand, or a very good pack, So Soul Ring... Oh, live tracks. We're not doing that. Yeah, so with Soul Ring and Mox Sapphire here, the Mox Sapphire, the nice thing about non-colored Mox is that it like doesn't interfere with your mana, and we already have this Mana Crypt here spitting out colorless mana. The cool thing about the Soul Ring is that it lets you get the One Ring down very quickly. I'm going to take the Mox Sapphire, but I think it's closer here than usual with Blue-Black. Blue-Black needs to have better mana. Usually I would snap off the uncolored Mox, but I do think the One Ring makes it very close. That's what I'm getting at. Suppose. A little Dark Slick action. And it's actually looking decent. Kind of need this Echo. Yeah, then we have way too many comes to play tap lands for Shelldock. I think I'm cutting Tar Pit too, though I do like it with the True Name Hum. Sometimes you just clock people. Do we not end up with Mind Twist? No, if I'd taken the Mind Twist, I'd probably take the Soul Ring there. Because then there'd be like one more use for a bunch of colorless mana. All the joys of music videos where they cut in a bunch of random. Master of Death? Usually you're not playing it. Usually you're discarding it. Like here, I kind of like it with the Psychic Frog. It's probably not going to make the cut, though. Moon's Owls is kind of hot with True Name. Crab's funny as a way to get rid of One Ring. I go sweet. Cool one to discard a Psychic Frog, huh? Something I'm curious about is you have a deck like this. It'd be interesting to see, like, if you could play, like, a ton of games and then try and figure out which gives you more wins between, like, Time Walk, Ancestral Recall, and Force of Will. Which of those additions would up the win rate the most? I lost playing for top 8 Sim Spiral. Do we have enough playables in this deck? Yeah, we got stuff that I cut here, right? They could be fillerish. There's a few more packs left. I'm not worried. I think Shadow Spear and Umazawa's would be too much equipment. So I guess I'm taking Larcenist. Not huge on that card, but it's a thing. Artifacts was fucking open, huh? Potentially very sick draw here, huh? The goalless deck went 2-0 or 2-1, Dave. Lost to one of them Lords of Limited boys. Ooh. Got a Shorkai, huh? That Torsten implies flash, I think. From the opponent team. Yeah, I mean, if you successfully pull off Hull Breacher plus Echo, then they're not going to have any stuff anyway. So it makes sense to try and limit the number of cards they can dump into play before I get to pull that off. Come on. Can you just cut down as a ritual? If we rip an untapped black source, we can cut down in Flashback Echo. We didn't, though. I don't think we need a Mystical Tutor. Yeah, I was going to lead on the cut down and then Flashback Echo there. Oh, showed up. Hey, Commando Zeko, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 91 months. This hand's kind of bad against the pile of artifacts. Maybe worth mulliganing. Maybe I should have thought longer on sideboarding. I just don't think cut down's going to have many targets, right? Putting dumping their goodies into play here. Hey Cybertron, we try and use they them pronouns if you're not like familiar, if you're not don't know. Anyway, I might already use the command. I'll give you a timeout. Just try it in the future, huh? That will in fact draw 3 cards. Could try and hardcast Subtlety here. I kind of like Brazen Borrower bouncing the Relic of Sauron, but I think getting an attacker in play is pretty good. No Lucid Memes. There would be another tournament after that, yeah. If all you had to do was 4-0 a thing and then win a 64 person, there would be way too many people qualified. They would end up with 64 people queued for Vegas instead of the 8 that they need. So it's a triple satellite. You need to win and then win and then win again. Hey Chief, thanks the sub, thanks the 4 months. Well, the feeders are multi-entry, Padru. Every other event, no. I've top 8'd a GP. I have. I've top 8'd several GPs. I think those were all with like 13-2 records, though. I don't think I would have top 8'd any of them if I needed to X and O. The prizes are dog shit, Dragon Lord. There's only really one prize, and that's the Vegas qualification at the end. I think the top 8 tournament, if you like manage to win a 64 person, I think the top 8 tournament like has some actual prizes at that point. But you basically are not playing for any of that. You're just trying to qualify. Yeah, that's a way to think about it, Dr. Rock. Four different drafts, Prebin, because the second one's a 64 person. So those take 2 pods. They got a 3-0. Which I have not managed to do yet. Have not been running hot in those. Just got an Exo Dragon Lord. It's not actually complicated. It's just like 3 different satellites. It's confusing because like people are like, well, then you must win something after it. No. It's... Yeah, I don't think being an alternate is very useful, Mr. Gaines. Especially if there's 8 alternates. Not a bad spell pierce, preventing me from running out the brazen here. Ooh, hello. Excuse me. Sure, Dragon Lord. I don't think that's a relevant prize at all for having to 4-0 and then win a 64 person. If that entices you, then go nuts. I'm wrong. They've got super good prizes. But I would consider that all irrelevant. Not useful numbers. Not good EV. Not worth thinking about. If you're playing in these tournaments, you should be doing it like almost exclusively just to qualify for Vegas. Not because like the prize for losing in the finals of a 64 person is useful. Damn. Yeah, I was thinking it was better to play the Brazen Borrower here than counter this Thorsten, but I did just find him a Solitude. I don't think that's true at all, Jordan. Gobs of good EV events on Moto. This is just not one of them. And then the place to give me feedback that would be the best received is in the Discord. Because then you can write it out and I can like think about it. Instead of trying to interpret it while I'm streaming here, right? Well, I'm trying to do other things. Yeah, I linked it in the Discord certainly, and again, it's linked in the stream description. That looks like something worth cutting down. Let's play Warren Summer Quest here. Hope you're having a good Friday, Warren. I don't know, Seven. Different materials, different printers, all that stuff. I know that one of the items isn't even printed. Like, there's an option for embroidery. What, Leopold, do you think? Interesting talisman activation. Usually if you activate that, you're trying to like kill the opponent that turn. Sure. Yeah, I mean, we could activate Talisman and then Larcenist it. If I 5 them to 9, yeah, it should be plenty, right? Because we draw one from the frog connecting, and then one for our turn, and then another 2 from the One Ring. Pretty easy to get to 9, even if I pitched a Subtlety here. Oh, Wishclaw can give me a card too. these can stifle, right? Target spell. So we can Cryptic Command, tap them, and bounce one ring. The issue is that they get to untap their Wish Claw, so like if they've got a counter, then they just counter me. Could replay Frog and play Larcenist. Yeah, obviously I can't do anything about this Otawara. I'm just like thinking about my other lines. If it's somehow resolved, then the upkeep Cryptic is the best line, I think. Yeah, Talisman's not sorcery speed. It's on your own turn, so you can use it to tutor up a counter spell. I guess I shouldn't be a F6ing with Subtlety in my hand here, huh? Hey, Subtlety finally did something. Okay. Yeah, so next turn we can Fatal Push a worm, and then Larcenist a worm. And then there'll be less worms to deal with. Seems better to me. Could push the Fairy Mastermind, but I think we just need to get these 5/5s out of the way, right? Would you like to pay for the ward? Let's win some flips. Oh, damn. Uma's House is in my graveyard. That's like the one card. Well, Virtue gains life, huh? Shieldred would not do it for me, because I put a dam on top. I need to find something that costs not double black. Like Brazenbauer or something. Oh, here we go. There's cards. Hot damn, we might win this one yet. Note that when you adventure, it's like you going on the adventure, so the opponent can't cast this card even though it's their spell. Is this it? The best song ever made? You could Tidebinder the Crypt or the One Ring. Sure. Hey, that'll do him. What a sick game, hum. Yeah, I think when the frog got bounced, it'd be interesting to like have a poll to see how many people thought I was going to win that one. I didn't think my cryptic command was going to resolve, right? When I cryptic tapping them and bouncing my One Ring. If it gets countered there, I think I just die, right? Magic is kind of cool. I agree with you, Big T Money. I agree with you. I like how my shitty little cheap removal. It's been lining up against that bat at least. The issue with bidding Lorien revealed there to hit your land drop is then they get to activate Converter in response. Possible I'm just supposed to be playing things. Yeah. So I imagine they're gonna life death that at yeah. This is the spot where I really wish Magic Online would just tell you what the fucking cards they got in their hand. You have to like go through this and pick them out. Woodfall Primus, Wishclaw, Life Death, Swamp. And then cast the Life Death. And see if they played the Swamp or not. Talos Case, Urza, Coalition Relic, Shallow Grave. I'll just assume they played the Swamp. I wonder if his casting echoes there is good. Oh, the Atraxa didn't serve. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Squid Squad. Things at 57 months. You think 57 is the best Chicago condiment. I'm not sure I agree with that. Wish I had Spelljacker up here. Wish a lot of things. I didn't play land, right? I should have kept the Triumph on top, then just ripped One Ring next turn. Hey, thanks, Avenger. Thanks for the luck. Hope you're having a good Friday. Fair enough. Yeah, no reason to attack when I just played the One Ring hum. My opponent resolved and attracts the trigger multiple times, right? I'm not making that up. Aw, man. I'd have to echo. I agree with you, Ray. The best Chicago condiment is Jardinera. Just let this happen. They got my fucking shielded. I should not have let it happen, I guess. And they exiled my draw 7 anyway. I didn't want to exile my draw 7. So I just let it resolve. Fuck me, I guess. My opponent's crab is always just the nuttiest thing you've ever seen in your life. To game 3 we go. If I don't play Shieldred that turn, it goes a lot better for me, right? Because I can just hard cast the 3/3. Hey, some Niliquist thinks the sub thinks the 62 months. And No Breaks Jake thinks the sub thinks the 7 months there. Kind of an attractive looking hand here. Lost playing for the top 8, Jake. I think I'm supposed to Solitude that. Yay. good cards coming up. You love how Chill Caleb is. Really does a lot in fostering a solid community. It's a lot easier when you win. Actually, very easy to stay chill when you win a match occasionally. Oh yeah, Big T money. I lost a match the other day because I forgot about Reanimate's life loss. And so I just like miscalculated the math when I could have pressured for the win. The Cube Gun champion of Madison, Wisconsin. I'm not even defending champ this year. Yeah, that auto wire in the first game was so nasty. We can beat that one. Oh, there's more? Oh, just kidding. We can't beat that one. I guess I got a little excited for a second there. Who knew that casting a Psychic Frog on turn 2 was going to end up with me getting killed here, huh? Fair enough. Fair enough. Everyone in chat's like, yeah, got this. Nice Blightsteel. Oh, okay. Never mind, you win. Man, fucking Subtlety would have been good there, huh? I was just thinking about this song the other day. Really fun one to play in Pep Band. Yeah, the first year we had like 250 people. The second year we had like 450 people. And this year, yeah, they're aiming for over 600. Growing a little bit. Oh yeah, McPatches? Might want to be careful with that. McPatches 3D. HR would like to talk to you. The feeder leagues happen on Saturday, the 4th AWOL. That was a 64 person that I was playing earlier. And I lost playing for top 8. Yeah, it's alright. Would have been fun to... Would have been hyped to draft again. I thought my deck was good. Just didn't draw very well in that last match. And my opponent's deck was quite good. And they drew pretty well, so it's like, okay, well. Fair enough. Nice little turn 4 kill here, huh? I picked Shieldred so very highly. And just like stupid highly. So if they're Oathing, I don't think I want these cards in here, right? They're just worse than like Thought Scour or Dig Through Time. Some real trash. At least they play well together. Yeah, right. Yeah, Shieldred is literally only bad against Caracas in like the entire cube, right? Doesn't really have bad matchups otherwise. Hey, Blue Duck 70 thinks the sub needs 14 months. So this hand could beat a Channel Blightsteel. Hate the no blue mana. Okay. Opponent's on a mold of 5. That rumble, so malevolent. Why doesn't anybody nice rumble anymore? Speaking of rumbles, it was storming out. It was storming out here in Wisconsin the other day. We'll find it in Minsk. We're gonna Minsk-Ruski. Frog just kind of clears Minsk. You still draw a card when it connects too. It's fucked up. Yeah, I think this is going to work pretty well for me, so long as they don't have an answer to my Frog or my Hold Reacher, huh? Just flash in Hold Reacher, upkeep Mystical, go find Echo, pin Echo to Hold Reacher. Just fucking win. Wouldn't that be nice, huh? Just win. I think they've tried that before, Carlos Jones. Had Forbidden Orchard in the cube before. I think it's been in. I could be wrong. I could be mistaken. It's pretty awkward. Pretty awkward if you don't have Oath specifically. With all the like crop rotations and stuff in the cube now, though, it might be sick. It'd be nice if it worked with something besides just Oath of Druids, right? A lot of the issue with Oath of Druids in Vintage Cube isn't like turning it on. Most of your opponents are playing creatures. It's a really creature-based cube. The issue with Oath of Druids isn't turning it on. It's like having a deck where like green is one of your base colors, so you can consistently Oath of Druids onto. But then like green, most of green is creature-based, right? So that you end up like almost all Oath decks end up being these like 3-4 color pile abominations. So they can play a control game, so they have other avenues of victory. But you end up having to invest a lot in your mana base to do that, right? They just fucking suspended to pillage the bog. Make sure I don't redraw those cards, huh? I can't solo this turn, right? Frog's 5. So this is 14. Oh yeah, just 18. Sweet. One thick frog. The thickest frog, huh? The thickest fucking frog you ever did imagine. Alrighty. Well, this cube's gonna be around for a while. I was thinking, like, it's kind of a waste to do a draft for future me.